All right, so if you go out and buy a giant storage building or a giant warehouse or build a huge metal building, um, and you fill it full of all your company documents, just start throwing boxes in. Don't care what the method to the madness is, they're just all going in there. And then a week later, you say, "Oh, where did I put that status report from 2 weeks ago?" The fact that you were running out of space and you needed to build a warehouse, that's why the warehouse was warranted. But the problem is, if you have all this space and put all this stuff into a giant warehouse, and you have no way to find it and no way to organize it or no way to know where anything is, it doesn't do you one darn bit of good. So one of the coolest things about SharePoint is the search function. They've updated this for 2013. 2010 was pretty powerful, and they had something called the fast search server, and that would do a lot of cool features over just a standard search. But they've revamped and redone their entire search setup and search function, which is good. So you can find things that you need to. But there's a couple of features I want to go over really quickly. Um, the first thing that they improved on was continuous indexing. Whenever I put something into my site, if I put beans into my shopping list and I want black beans and they're, I don't know, 350, and I don't have a coupon. If I enter that into my list, you'll see beans is right here. If I search for beans, I'm not going to find anything. And the reason is because I just added beans. It just was added there. Now, the difference is if I search for eggs, because eggs was added a little while ago, we can click on that and it'll take me to the eggs item in the shopping list. The thing is, SharePoint allows you, the feature it has is called continuous indexing. If I were at an organization and I had on-premises SharePoint or even Office 365, which that's okay, that's wrong. Office 365 is entirely SharePoint 2013. If I had a previous version of SharePoint and it was set to do incremental indexing, that means every 4 hours, every 2 hours, a schedule is set to have a crawler or a search bot crawl through all the information on the site. And then it indexes it. If I search for milk, it knows, oh, milk is in the grocery list. Those would run every 2 to 4 hours or however they set the schedule. SharePoint 2013 has a feature called continuous indexing, and chances are I don't want to shoot my mouth off here, but I want to say by the time this video is done, we'll have beans in our search result. But it lets you it's continuously crawling all the content on a site no matter what. It doesn't take a break. So the other thing that SharePoint 2013 search engine lets you do is search for not only documents, but it lets you search for conversations. It lets you search user profiles, and it lets you search sites um, along with documents. So if I search for team site, um, I hope I'm right. I've been building this site really quickly, so it might not be in the search results yet. But if I search for team site, chances are we will get a result from my SharePoint team site. And it does the same thing with user profiles, documents, conversations, and everything else in SharePoint. The the other cool thing about it is in the search results, you get a preview. And the other cool thing is you can hit control and scroll your mouse wheel, and you can actually look over and see, almost read the page itself. My eggs are 425. You don't even have to open the search result. If you do, it takes you there. But that to me, that's pretty awesome because if I'm searching for library and I get all these information, I'm looking for one specific thing, I can mouse over and it depends on what it is, but usually 9 times out of 10 you can see a preview and you can scroll through those previews. It's pretty wicked. So these are all the articles I've written that you're seeing here in the Word web app. These are all Word documents in my document library. So those are the three cool features, and I think I saved the best for last. I love this because in an organization that I work for, we have a million pieces of paper that we digitized. And instead of having to send someone down to the basement to look through file cabinets, they can simply punch in a number or a name and they can get what they're looking for instantaneously. And then they can scroll through the results and see their previews. So th- that's the overview of search. And it's a very helpful function and helps you keep all of your information organized and helps you find it all. So that's all I've got for this. Be sure to check out the next lesson and have a good one.